Okay, that works. Yeah, I'm back with another Stellaris video. Now, I know some of you, especially my cousin, wanted me to continue with this nation, but I'm not really feeling it anymore because, honestly, I'm just not. With robots, I get bored very quickly, so usually I don't do that stuff. Maybe you understand my point? I have a lot of games to delete. So I'm gonna do another nation and start a series from there. I do not know what to like. Terran Empire. Theocratic monarchy. They're under a life-seated government, provisional bureaucracy. I might change the Gaia world idea to a tropical world. Just let me think. You know, yeah, I am. But the problem is, Earth will not be recognizable, but this is Earth. Trust me. And I'm going to put... What's it called? I'm looking for a specific government type. Feudal Empire, I guess. Feudal Empire allows my subjects to not be so hateful of me, but they can expand a little more than I want them to do. So, I gotta note that. I might not even do any of this at all. I could just stay at the Gaia world. I need some time to think. It's not an easy choice because with a Gaia world, I'm forced to start off with like this Gaia world, which allows me to which allows me to have rare planet features, but I can't really colonize other planets, which is a bit annoying. I want to colonize planets, basically. So I'm probably gonna go with Imperial Cult, to be honest, where my king is worshipped as a living god. Or I can do Philosopher King, where my king is the smartest, pretty much. Even though it's useless, it gives me a unique government type, so I'm just gonna do it. The Terran Empire is meant to be a monarchist version of the United Nations of Earth. Which is a democracy, and obviously it's not the Commonwealth of Man, because that's a dictatorship not even based on Earth. But the Terran Empire is based on Earth. I'm adding a few nations here, definitely not Imperia. One of the first nations that I'm adding is the Tajaki Khanate. It's one of my old nations that I recently recreated and they're basically this weird Cthulhu-looking people. I'm joking. Some type of Khanate of sorts, but they're not a barbaric despoiler, so at least they can do some type of diplomacy. They're fanatic authoritarian militarists, and they live on a nuked out world. The United Dependency has some interesting lore, because the Terran Empire, just before its own lore, basically sent out colony ships, but those colony ships because of the Terran apocalypse, which was an event where the continents kind of drifted at insane rates, they lost contact with the ships, and they thought that they were lost until they reached a specific amount of planets and established a short-lived human nation, which failed and quickly collapsed into multiple states. Then an alien nation invaded these states, and that's why they're in this situation now. The United Dependency is multiple states united under one goal, basically. And that's why I have the name United Dependency, because they're all dependent on each other. But I'm also gonna add the Zarxa state and the Alari Empire. But I will be, there will definitely be random nations. I always go large galaxy, and this is gonna be a spiral galaxy. I usually add no fallen empires, so I can have a chance to become the strongest nation. I have AI empires at its max, marauder empires at their max, my tech tradition cost at its lowest because it is agonizing to go through that. The habitable worlds around this area, primitive civilizations around this area as well. I also added crisis strength at its max because some people assume that crisis strength means how strong a crisis will be, but it's more like if the crisis will happen. How I set up my things, usually around 2310 to 2320 is when the Great Khan will appear, and I have no idea when Endgame crisis will appear because I haven't reached one yet. I have Iron Man mode on, so any mistakes I made will be saved into the game, no matter what I do. So I cannot screw up, basically. And I'm on Ensign, but I'm going to change that to Commodore. Wormholes are at 1x. I don't really want a lot of wormholes. I give a few a chance, but most of them stay away. My hyperlane density is at its normal, and abandoned gateways are at 0.5x. 2 guaranteed habitable worlds mean that usually around your area you may get 2 planets that you can inhabit. However, this isn't always the case. Okay, let's get this shit started. Seriously. I talk too much. Okay, so I'm in a Enlightened monarchy, and I am human. Note that. Terra is unrecognizable from what Earth would look like, because Earth in Stellaris literally looks like Earth. That's all you really need to know. But the lore is that a series of southern continental drifts completely distorted planet Earth. And eventually a new religion formed, and it kind of united the world under this monarchy, under the Moor dynasty. They I pretty much made sure that the United Dependency will be the exact same thing as us. They even had the same racial name, Terran. I wanted to make a difference so that just in case the Commonwealth of Man appears, I didn't want to look like them. Also, the reason why New Terra, which is the capital of the United Dependency, is a tomb world, was that it kind of got invaded. Okay, this is my heir to the throne. Apparently, this is Valentina Moore. She's a reformer and a space miner. But the thing is, what's best about Imperials is that they level up with your nation. So by the time your heir takes power, they already have a good level, and that continues on. And all you really gotta do is just exist and consistently do stuff. But anyways, I'm going to focus on harmony, because my main goal with this nation is to reach psionics. I am inorganic, unlike Imperia, so I can go down 3 paths, though I'm a spiritualist, so I believe it is impossible to go down the synthetic path. I could go down the biological path, where I enhance my species to be more powerful at a specific thing. For example, my species can be a little more fertile. Or I can go down the psionic path, which means that my species has achieved telepathy. And it gives me a lot of benefits too. Personally, I don't want to offend any synthetic fan, but I love psionics way more than synthetics. I just don't really like it. It's not my type of sorts. But I do respect robots, even though they don't respect me back. In game, of course. I have friends that do respect me, even though obviously they're gonna make the jokes being like, flesh is outdated, blah blah blah, whatever. Damn you, Royal MC Gaming. So my construction, blah blah blah. I don't care about that. So usually the first thing I do is automatically construct these some mining stations so that we can start mining.
Star system charted.
Sounds a bit British, but literally just a little. The voice that I believe sounds more British is the xenophobe voice, but I'm not gonna play that because it's usually loud. Okay, now that I surveyed this system, I'm gonna go through, and this is right now, and this is gonna be oh boy, it's not good with habitability. Oh, so because of the continental drift, I definitely don't use the same type of resources and traits as the United Nations of Earth. I use natural sociologists because we love to study biology, but this is also kind of like my way of getting psionics quicker. Ingenious because we are pretty good at producing energy credits. And strong because I want powerful armies simply. But we have non-adaptive, so we do not adapt well to foreign environments. I love how the Templin Institute kind of stole my idea from because the United Dependency is unusually similar to theirs, and it was developed way before they even started developing. Okay, not way, but it was definitely before they started making the Antares. But you know, jokes aside, I don't really care. It's a good series though. Suggest you watch it, though though the videos are quite long. Again, lovely.
Technology secure.
I'm part of a friend. So I'm with a series of friends that around 4 of them have a YouTube channel. I kind of am in between subscribers because I have more subscribers than one of my friends, but another one of my friends has more, and I think another one of my friends also has more. I want as much influence as possible. That's why I'm ignoring all those things for influence. My main goal should be expansion until I find a nation and probably go to war with them. I'm in 11th place, probably because I'm not doing too well in research. Yeah, definitely not. I'm all the way in 5th. I'm at 58. Terrible. I'm going to make a research lab, but then I gotta be careful because research costs consumer goods. And I'm not producing a lot, so I gotta be... Actually, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna do that yet. It's a big risk for, our population is gonna grow fast enough yet to build a... Actually, it might. But even then, I don't have enough money for this shit. Even though the Earth is way more distorted than it should, it still retains its Earth features. We get the Great Pacific Garbage Patch as this thing, a blocker. Now, from what we can see, we can kind of we can sort of see what happened to Earth between the modern day 2020 until now 2200. Apparently Scandinavia got nuked. That's why it's
construction complete.
it's a weird situation. We don't get too much about Earth's lore, but what we know is that
Star system
Scandinavia
charted.
got nuked. Oh, I got the first league.
Situation
Awesome.
log updated.
So since it's like that, I guess the people aren't so nice anymore. Apparently the Sahara Desert in Africa has become a green place. Finally. Took those stupid, foolish scientists so long. That Mesopotamia, where Iraq is,
Construction
became this massive city. So it's probably one of my largest cities. Apparently this city suffered a lot of protests for legal reforms, which I have no idea what the hell this is talking about. The Pearl River has another major city, and it ended up being one of the probably the largest city in my game, or in
Technology secured.
Stellaris' Earth, but we don't know. It can still be Mesopotamia. Well, it's a megapolis. You know, I'm gonna conclude it's Mesopotamia because it says megalopolis, but it's only considered to be mega city. We'll just see. Then there's apparently this rebellion, and then there's this apparently freaking Alberta got hit, rather in 2072 or 2172. It doesn't tell us. So I'm gonna go with 2172 since that's a lot fun. That's better to think about.
Anomaly found.
This is no doubt one of my guaranteed habitable worlds. It's even a tropical world itself. I'm almost done with the Harmony Tree. I'm gonna start building Princeton houses very soon. Actually, now. You're probably wondering why. Well, it's good to kill off crime, but also it produces unity. Also, I am gonna be making my first research lab. If something bad happens, I will demolish it. Exotic gases, nice. Zakira patch, okay.
Star system charted.
I haven't really heard of the Zakira patch.
Technology secured.
I've heard of the Abanus Nebula in Stellaris because I've seen it multiple times. I've heard of the Twin Fangs Nebula.
Construction complete.
I've heard of... I think I've heard of this, but I don't remember it being called a Badlands. And I haven't heard of that. I don't know if things changed or not, but it probably hasn't. I'm gonna give my fleet, obviously, a admiral. It will be, it's gonna be Admiral Benjamin Smart, and he'll be placed there. He's 49 years old, probably gonna be 50 very soon. I have a feeling the first nation that we are going to find is a fanatic purifier. The game hates me that much that I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened. It's true, I really wouldn't. But fanatic purifiers need to die as quickly as possible, to be honest. They consistently prove to be a big threat to me. I do want vassals, but I don't know who I want to vassalize. Nations that are militarist, especially warrior cultures, do not like being vassalized, while some nations are a little more accepting to vassalization. this music isn't good enough at the moment. Honestly, I'm probably gonna put where the hell is hidden motives? Hidden fucking motives. Where are they? Yes, I said the F word. Big deal. Alright. Okay, so far so good.
Construction complete.
I'm assuming that's the construction on Terra? No, screw you. So, for my psionic thing, the first thing I always go with is technological ascendancy, because psionics is a rare it's a rare technology, so I don't want to take any chances by not doing it and passing through only to eventually get it way later than I want to. So usually I go technological ascendancy. It is also one of the best things to pick, especially if you're playing tall. But I'm playing wide. But I am also going psionics, so it doesn't really matter so long as I get it. Around this time, when I'm a little more stable, I can scream at the top of my lungs. I mean, build more ships. Where are they? There. So usually around this time, I start building new ships to start expanding a little faster, because as you can see, my expansion is very slow. Now, I am very sorry, especially to some people that were expecting a series out of Imperia, but I'm really, really not craving it anymore, so I might as well just let it die. I don't know what I'm going to do with the video. I can hypothetically delete it, or I'm probably just going to or just edit the name and title it as cancelled. I'm probably going to do that. But I definitely promise you I will be doing a series on this. Also, yes, my friends love making fun of me due to this.
Construction complete.
They love to say that I can't stay in one game. And I'm working on it, yeah, I know.
Secured.
It's kind of funny though. Bill Moore is currently 49 years old. He's actually older than average for an emperor. Usually they stay around the 20s or 30s, not the 40s. I've seen some get to the 50s. Around here, clearly.
Construction complete.
Okay, I need a scientist in there now. So I'm gonna put Luciana Fernandez. Probably some Hispanic girl, but things can be very different.
Secured.
And I'm gonna focus this ship on expanding to the south. I want to reach the edge, though. Looking at this area gives me a very bad feeling that I'm probably not gonna reach there. And I'm probably going to meet a nation there, which I will no doubt kill. I want to dominate the south as much as possible.
Construction complete.
Okay, I'm going to go with prosperity. And this thing. Ooh, I'm not producing enough. I just realized that my money production is ass. Might as well fix that. I hope these can fix it enough. But it's a big risk. So that's why I'm only putting one for now until I notice improvement, and then I'm gonna start doing that. Also, if you're wondering, corporate on the right is not available. That doesn't come out until another DLC is bought. I bought this thing which automatically guarantees that I get 2 DLCs after this. So I'm not too worried about this. I just hope it actually works, because I have a bad feeling, to be honest, that it might not work. which would mean that that is a complete waste of money. Also, I gotta note, the PlayStation 4 is still very popular, so I'm going to stay on this for a while, but I am planning to eventually get the PS5 and actually use it for a few videos. But I can't guarantee, but the reason why I'm doing this is the Mass Effect series is probably going to be released on the PlayStation 4 first, before PlayStation 5. And Stellaris will most likely have its DLCs rewritten again, which will piss me off because I don't like consistently getting DLCs. But when I do get them, I'm happy because they introduce interesting new stuff.
Construction complete.
So far, nobody has been found. I am most likely gonna find someone around here. Okay. I'm shocked because usually around this time I do occasionally find someone, but still nobody, and I've gotten quite big in size-ish. You know what? I shouldn't be saying that because I'm not even that big at all. I'm saying complete bullshit. I'm gonna mobilize my construction force over here. Also, I can confirm that it has definitely worked. So I'm gonna start making more generator districts. I'm gonna make another 2.
Anomaly found.
Is that the maximum I can make? No, but I'm not gonna make another one. Shit, one of my assigned ships is researching an anomaly. Stop. What are you doing? Don't research anything, it just focus on
Technology secured.
Oh my god. So which one of I think it's this ship, yeah. You know what, I don't care. I need to start building my army. Navy, sorry. Army and Navy are different things, clearly. No, I don't get, what the fuck?
Situation log updated.
No worries. I use reptilian ships, if you're wondering, Stellaris people, why I do not use mammalian or humanoid, is that mammalian is a very common ship type. And I personally don't really like them, to be honest. And humanoid, I want to look unique compared to the United Nations of Earth, Commonwealth of Man, etc. So I used these ships, the reptilians, because they actually look kind of cool if you think about it.
Technology secured.
They look like what I would expect a space station to look like in real life, to be honest. Is it snowing yet? Nope, it is still not snowing. Unless I'm blind. For shit's sake. Where's the snow? Now, I have a lot of money now, so I don't worry too much. I gotta worry about Navy capacity, because it can take a toll on my economy. Alright, let's start colonizing another planet. Bloody hell. I have nowhere close to enough alloys. Also, it has a lot of city districts, apparently, for shit's sake. Freaking city districts. Okay, Nostia is my newest system. I'm gonna build a mining station here.
Anomaly found.
So far, everything is going very well for my nation. I just gotta be careful who I meet. And I gotta be careful who I ally with. And I also gotta note that there could be marauders anywhere around this area. There's a black hole here somewhere. There's a black hole here, and I don't... Black holes, they always have... They usually are, there's usually a black hole for,
Construction complete.
a marauder empire, so I do not want to take risks. I have to be very careful with marauders. I'll be right
Construction
back.
complete.
Sorry guys, it'll be very quick. Alright. It was just to check if it's freaking snowing, damn it. It's supposed to
Star
snow
system
today.
charted.
I'm sure my cousin knows that very well, but it's not snowing yet. At least in my area. I don't know where it's snowing, but it's gonna snow pretty bad. It's a storm. Okay, Gieti bullshit. Like a Psalm, something like that. Kind of feel lonely now in the galaxy. Just want to meet
Star
someone
system
already.
charted. Construction complete.
Okay. So far, nothing major yet, and that's good because the less nations that I meet, the better that I can expand. And I want to be as big as possible. I'm not the best with war, especially because I want to preserve influence. And influence becomes a big problem for me with claims. So, issues become issues. Also, I would love to know why did a Stellaris Invicta nation appear in one of my games? I don't know how. Also, who pinged me on Discord for shit's sake? Another ping from Angola for crying out loud. Leave me alone. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm going completely off topic from Stellaris. The United Dependency and I may not exactly like each other. We're not the same authority, and I think border friction no doubt is going to become a problem because I'm going to try to become as large as possible. But if I conquer them, it probably won't be a big deal because they're Terrans. Also, if you're wondering, no, the Terrans in the Terran Empire will not... Well, if they become psionic, they will not turn the Terrans of the United Dependency into psionics. They are completely separate in that matter, but they're the same exact race.
Construction complete.
So I'm probably gonna get the nickname Psionic Terrans realistically.
Star system charted.
While the others are gonna get the non-psionic Terrans. So they're probably jealous that they can't use telepathy for shit's sake. How's my Unity going? Okay. Shitty as always. Actually, you know what? No. We're gonna save up on influence. I can get my first colony, and then we're gonna start expanding. Actually, I can just buy the alloys now because I have a lot of money. Alright, now I can colonize this crappy planet. Broadleaf, okay. I love how the nation's progress is going very well. 1 second, I'll be right back.
Technology secured.
I'm back. Going to. I don't really know what to do yet. I'm just gonna focus on expansion. Looks like my food is starting to lose a little bit of production, and I'm gonna focus my new planet on agriculture and consumer good production.
Technology secured.
With consumer good production based planets, I can start focusing on research stations, which means even more prosperity for my nation. Even though I am still in 11th place. Very, very angry about that, by the way. Okay, continue expanding. I do not have enough influence for that. As you can see, my riches are starting to pile up fast.
Star system charted.
That's why I want to focus on expansion, so I can keep these riches going up. This is exactly what I want, because my tactic is to use this to start building larger armies. Now, obviously, my army isn't that big, which is why I gotta sit up on alloys and colonies. Once I get a lot of alloys, I start mass-producing corvettes and destroyers. Corvette spam is overpowered, but I don't like to always use it, and I occasionally like to use battleships, cruisers, and titans. Colossus is also included.
Construction complete.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna edit the Imperia video and put cancelled, because I think deleting it wouldn't help. And I'm getting close. Am I at my 100th video yet? I am at my 96th video, so I kind of want to keep it going. Also, it seems like not a lot of you guys viewed the Elder Scrolls Online Sorcerer DPS with a lot of quests video, so I'm not gonna make this video too long.
Construction complete.
Because I know hour-long videos quickly disinterest people. Now, unfortunately, this will be all for now because I have in real life stuff to do, so I don't really have the time right now to continue the video. Thank you for watching, and see you. I promise I will definitely continue this. I know it's probably disappointing with Imperia, but once again, see you guys.